Hey everyone, and welcome to our Daggerheart actual play campaign, where we're gonna break in and test out the system as much as we can. So when it gets to the mechanics, be patient as I will be scrolling through text to figure out how this game works as we go along. We'll be taking it straight from level 1 all the way through level 10 throughout the campaign. But before we get started and meet our characters, we'll scroll around and do introductions. So introduce yourself, your pronouns, your character pronouns, and I guess we'll do your ancestry and class as well. And we will start by overlay and go with Jet first.
I mean, you told me I'd go first
I
earlier.
know, I saw your expression slowly shifted as I got to the intro part.
Yo, what up? I'm Jet or Pingu. My pronouns are they, them. I'm Cos Pingu on all socials, including TikTok, where I'm so close to 13K. Um, my character's name is Pyro, and he uses he, they pronouns. He is a Qatari DILF. Sorry, that's not his,
I
sorry,
think
that's not
Dilf's, I
his
don't think
class.
Dilf's a class.
My bad. I got distracted. He's a warrior, Call of the
Warrior.
Slayer.
Got it. So same thing. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Move over to Javante.
Howdy, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non-binary finies, and hellions of all walks of life. My name is Javante. Pronouns are he, him, and I'm playing Mzim Lezi, a Simia. What the heck is my class and subclass? Yee dee dee dee. I am a guardian, a stalwart guardian.
Stalwart Guardian. Perfect. Amber.
Hi, everybody. My name is Amber, also known as The Space Jamber. I am a three-time Emmy-nominated TTRPG writer, editor, podcaster, and streamer. You can find me anywhere there's internet at The Space Jamber. Well, actually, right now you kind of can't because I'm on a mental health hiatus, but it's fine. I'm coming back someday. Anyway, tonight I am playing Droxy, who is a Slyborn Fawn Ranger, and both mine and Droxy's pronouns are they, she.
Perfect. Casper.
OCO, I'm Casper the Ambi Ghost. And I will be playing named Gozier. A Clank. I'm playing a murder robot rogue, which is actually what you can do. You can find me anywhere on the internet at Casper Danby Ghost because no one can spell it the right way. So it's just Danby Ghost.
Got it. I didn't know that you were wearing this mask when I made the overlay, and you're directly under me, so I just stare into this expression as I deal, and it's terrifying. But last but not least, Abigail.
Hi, I'm Abigail the nerd on all the things. And I will be playing Adira. Both of us use she, her pronouns, and Adira is a daemon sorcerer of the primal origin.
Awesome. And I am Paige. My pronouns are she, her, and I will be playing everybody else, which, since this is a political game, that's a lot of people, so we'll see how I do with this. But the Empire of Cado is a nation made up of 7 countries and a land dedicated to the Church of the Seven, which is the pantheon of this world. The way that this world is set up is that the empire shifts between countries when the current emperor is either on their deathbed or sick enough that they need to pass on the throne. The throne has sat in the nation of Som, the home of the Dracona and the Giants, and House Dryads for the last 125 years. Emperor Erden II, unfortunately, though, in the last 20 years or so, has conflicted a disease for Dracona known as scale rot. So he has been aging more rapidly as he gets closer to his end in life and has decided to throw a grand banquet to celebrate his reign as well as make his new selection from one of the other countries to pass the empire over to and move the capital to. So as our players all get ready to head to the capital, we're going to head to one of these countries first and meet one of our characters. And we are going to go first to a very large nation decked in nothing but forest. trees everywhere, reaching the skyline. Hard to navigate if you're not from there, but you can see the occasional person, humanoid, swinging between trees, almost in like a very traffic oriented way of like going through these trees and pathways. And as we cut to like the deep center where there's this large like castle like treehouse in the center, kind of just branching off the biggest tree. Javante, why don't you describe what your character looks like?
Mzim Lezi is he's very Lorg. He's a very tall, very big gorilla, um, wearing what appears to be this both ornate in design, but seems to be like placed in a way that it's only for protection styled armor that has a bunch of ivy trellis designs running up the sides. The only thing that doesn't seem to match the armor is on his right hand is a gauntlet that is a completely different color to the rest of the armor itself. The same ivy designs trail up that gauntlet, and then at the knuckles there appear to be a few. Maybe I am talking. There appear to be a few like inlaid gemstones at the knuckle base that are actual ivy lines wrapped around the gems as to holding them in place. Uh, he is a very scarred gorilla. His exposed face has like a series of old wounds etched in. The armor has a lot of marks on it everywhere but the back. Uh, and he is probably at this time doing a routine cleaning of the second weapon he has, which is a very well-designed axe that is kept in pristine condition. He's just slowly running a whetstone over to make sure that it's still sharp.
As you're cleaning it, you know the Kingsmen and their guards are getting ready to plan out the excursion to Som today in the capital. You've seen people running around as you've been doing your normal routine and everything, and as you're kind of cleaning over your second weapon, there's a knock on your door, and you see a very large furbolg man, long green ears, kind of like a cow-like nose, very stern eyes, probably about like middle age. Um, Lord Mazie, the king is getting ready to depart. He wanted me to escort you to his throne room as he wanted to have a private conversation before you headed off.
Going to swing the axe around, tuck it back into a little notch on his back. Lead on.
Certainly. He just full 180 turns, marches like 15 feet ahead of you, doesn't deign to walk next to a lord. He's just a simple guard. Leads you through the capital. You see carriages already being set up on the ground level at the trees. Like there's a very specific path that you guys set up from the capital to get out of this country because carriages are not usually able to travel here. You see just like guards and stuff literally clearing trees and foliage down below to make a path for you to travel up north. But he leads you through and gets you to the throne room. And as you get there, you see the two guards outside the door kind of just nod at you and bow, and they open the door for you. And as you enter the throne room, it's empty. There's no one else there. But sitting at the throne is a very large Simia, also of the gorilla persuasion. Very muscular, also some scars. Well, quite a bit younger than you, probably about, say, about 15 years younger. And as you enter, he's like, guards, give us the room, please. Close the door. And as soon as the room is cleared, he looks at you. He's like, well, old man, you're still alive. I hear you're to accompany me today to the capital.
It will be my greatest honor to accompany the new king.
Of course it'll be. What other purpose do you have but to serve your king? So give me a little bit of dirt. What should I expect here in the capital?
You will have to order your food directly from them. The ones that we eat are difficult to find there. The roads are more well kept than I would anticipate from them.
Yes, I've
The
heard
people are
stories.
varied.
Very.
I cannot discern all of their personalities, but Many are friends in name only.
Well, I've heard you've traveled far and long in your many years. And now that you don't have a throne to worry about, you should be able to be a good advisor for this trip. So I expect you to be at my side throughout the banquet today, and at my beck and call if I need any more information on the other people.
Of course, I am your shield.
That you are. Let's just hope not a broken one. Now get along, find the rest of the guards. They should be setting up. I have to go get my finest outfits and show this nation what a real king looks like. And he just kind of steps up, like shoulder checks you as he walks by, and then just saunters out of the throne room.
Just before I leave, I'm just going to look to the throne for a moment. Turn and start to follow him.
Yeah. As you look at the throne, the one thing you do catch sight of above the throne, the previous king, a portrait of your father.
Hand goes to the axe, like in memory, touches part of it, and then turn, head back through.
Yeah. Is there anything else you would like to do here before you head down and get everything set up and depart?
Who all is going onto this trip? I know that he's going.
So the king is going. The king's consort, Queen Trisley, will be there as well as their children. And then the king's guard, and then you and a couple other advisors.
I would like to find the prince and princess before we fully get going.
Princess Mazane is probably in her chambers at present moment. Prince C is probably helping set up and get everything organized.
Who was more of the problem child in this?
So Princess Mazane is the heir. She is very much like her father. She's a lot smarter than her father, but just as arrogant. Prince C married into the family. He's like a chimpanzee simia, but he's very quiet and well-mannered. You have a much better relationship with him than you do your actual blood family.
I will go ahead and go to Prince Z.
Yeah. You head down like towards where you saw those carriages being cleared, and you can easily just like work your way down the trees to get to ground level, and you see him at the front, kind of like quietly barking orders at the Queen's Guard to get everything set up.
Just as quietly as possible, walk behind him and just stand cross-armed behind him, watching the guards.
Let's see if he notices you. I rolled shit, so no, he does not make any action as you do so. And you just see him so like still just moving around, like directing the big ass carriage in the front for the king setup, and then like a slightly smaller one for, you assume, probably himself and the princess. As well as just like general carriages for the guards, and kind of going over guard patrols and like routes and stuff. And as he like turns and just bumps into you, he's like looks up, he's like, "Oh, Lord Mazie, how are you doing today?"
You can drop formalities with me, my friend. We are family now.
Yeah, we are. Did you talk to the king already? I know.
I have had the conversation, yes.
I'm sorry about that. Hopefully once we're around a lot more people, he'll be excited about new stuff and leave you alone for the most part. But
warm winds blow free in this place, but they do not last forever. I came to give you a bit of advice on the journey and about where we are going. I told the king already, but I think that you will take this more to heart. There are friends in that place in name only. Never stand with your back to anything open.
Gotcha. Made sense from what I've heard from some advisors. I know it's, especially with the selection upon us this week, I'm sure not be a most friendly place at this banquet.
People will wish to make statements. Statements made in blood are always the best statements.
I was doing more research on Som and the other nations in preparation. The king and my wife have been more preparing for appearances. Your father was friends with Emperor. Let me look at my notes. Emperor Erden.
Yes.
Can you tell me much of him? I know he's sick and the whole reason for this, but it seems like you haven't been. Your father passed quite a bit ago, so
I can't say that I kept a lot of information on my father's friends. There were many, same with his enemies. But if I know how he reacted to things, let's say that there are much more simple ways to have true friends in that place than there are here. Stand up straight. Allow yourself to be seen as the potential king that you are, not what your rank entails you.
mm-hmm.
Take that to heart, please. And he's just going to like bump his chest with the gauntlet.
He just kind of bows his head. Thank you for that. Your words are wise as always. It's a breath of fresh air in the from the normal people I associate with. And he kind of just looks up at the castle.
I haven't been alive this long without gaining some bit of wisdom.
Well, I should hurry up and get this set up if you want to help me move this along, and then I need to go check on my wife.
Absolutely.
She's ready to get going here.
Absolutely. I wish you luck.
Thank you. Yeah, and the two of you hurriedly just get everything set up. He heads off a while later, comes back with the rest of the Kingstar, the king, queen, and his wife as well, as you all head off through the trees and north to Som. And with that, we will cut over to a neighboring nation, the nation of Vidia. A very large expanse of land, kind of varied in design. There's mountainous lands, kind of plain fields. But the main attraction of Vidia is the capitals where they hold the best gladiator matches in all of Cado. They almost have like a WWE style feel to their promotions. And that's where everyone goes to have a good time, watch people beat the shit out of each other, honestly. And as we cut to the capital, and there's preparations for the monarch, Gale, and his wife, Queen Elizabeth, preparations for their head north to Som, we cut away to the Kingsguard quarters, where sitting behind a very large desk and kind of getting ready for the day, we will cut to our knight commander, Pyro. Jet, why don't you go ahead and describe your character for us?
So Pyro is a DILF. Enough said. No, I'm just kidding. Pyro, he's like 6'3". Like, he is tall, he is pure muscle. He's got like flaming orange hair that goes down to probably like mid back, that he currently has tied up in like a low bun loosely with like pieces of hair. His most noticeable, his Qatari ears. And he's wearing in his armor, I'd say probably already, which is like a gold with like the red golden red, yeah.
Say it's very polished red or gold armor with like a red cloak with the symbol of the Kingsguard on the front, with your rank on the other like class.
Yeah. He's got, his eyes are green, and they've got like the little cat slit like most eyes are, but he has like a more like human face kind of look. He's probably just getting just preparing for the day. Yeah.
Yeah, as you're preparing for a day,
Oh,
we're gonna
he's
have
got,
our
he's also got, sorry, claw mark scratch across his
No,
face.
you're good. We're gonna have our
Scar.
first roll here. Get your sheet real quick. Give me a instinct roll, please. So you'll
So do 2d12, right? And then I
2d12
decide.
and add your stat, and then let me know what you roll and which dice is higher. So either your hope or your fear die.
8 plus. What is this?
Yeah, I think yours is +1, I believe. Yeah, +1. So
Oh
like
yeah,
9
plus
total.
1. 9. And the hope is higher.
Okay. Take a point of hope because it does succeed. Because this is a very easy check. As you hear the familiar sounds of tiny feet running down the hall towards your office. As your door swings open and your daughter runs in, jumps over the desk into your lap.
I'm like already bracing to catch her. Oh, Ruby.
Hey, Dad.
What are you doing, sweetie?
So mom's at the castle talking to Auntie. She said we're getting to come with you to the Capitol.
You are.
Yeah,
Such a big fun event to bring you to.
I'm so excited. Is there gonna be a ball? Are we gonna be able to dance? I've been
I'm not sure if
practicing.
they'll be dancing.
I hope so. I've been like she like gets up and like fully does like tries to do like a very stilted waltz around your office. Maybe I can find a prince or a princess while I'm there, like in my stories.
That's very possible. There's
Yeah,
plenty of royalty going to be there.
yeah, it's gonna be so exciting. Um, I think Uncle Gail was looking for you. Some I don't know. They're kind of scary, so I don't go around them too much. But they were yelling about something. Said that you were supposed to meet them like an hour ago.
Oh, yeah. Yep. You are absolutely correct. You should run along to your mom before we get in trouble. Um,
Oh yeah.
but I'll go
Okay.
find
Okay. Well, have
Your
fun. Tell
Majesty.
tell them I said hi, and they give you like a hug around your leg as you stand up. And then they just bolt down the hall. You hear the crash of many things breaking as they run out down the hallway.
Ruby.
And as they leave, your second in command, Dame, what do I want to name? Dame Caradwin enters in. Very tall human woman with long red hair, um, very young, like maybe mid-20s. Yeah, the young miss is right. We were supposed to head out about an hour ago. We should
Okay.
probably get going.
Put sheaths his sword. He stands up and then starts going.
Our preparations are coming along for getting everything set up for the travel. I know Monarch Gale's been kind of peculiar this morning. You know how they are about appearances. And then your Ets has been in the Queen's chambers all morning. So good luck with that. I'm gonna go head out and get everything set up. Try not to do anything stupid, sir.
Well, you know me. I don't do stupid stuff.
Yeah.
And then he just marches off.
She just gives you a deadpan stare and just shakes her head, walking off. As you head into the castle proper through the town, it's a very like what you would picture a medieval capital, like the stereotypical like Game of Thrones to like capital of a city. As you just head down this cobblestone path directly towards this like grand luxurious castle. And as you enter the doors, the other guards just kind of nod to you and bow. And you head to the throne room where you see Monarch Gale on their throne talking to Duke. No, actually, no, I don't believe they're a Duke. Talking to their child, the Excellency Drop. As the two of them are just kind of chatting and getting things prepared. You see they both already have like their very noble looking attire on ready for travel. And as you enter, Drop turns to you, runs up with a fist cocked to punch at you because Drop is one of the top gladiator fighters in the country, so he'll always try to fight you on sight. So
I'm a dodge.
I'm gonna make an attack roll against you actually. What's your evasion score? 11.
11, yeah.
So this will hit you. It's not an actual, it's just an unarmed strike, so this will be only 2 damage. So you can mark an armor or you can just take the 1 point of HP. It's up to you.
Where's the HP? I'm so blind.
So on the left on your sheet, there's a 6 HP block. You could mark one of those, or you could mark a slot of armor, and then you would just negate the damage because it's only 2 damage. Either one.
I don't know. I'll do the armor, I guess.
Okay, yeah, they just come up and punch you and hit you dead center in the armor and just like plates off. Man, it's not fun when you're all armored up and ready for it. Like, how you been? Are we gonna get to fight along the track at all? I mean, it's long travel, right? Like, we can sneak in some spars when we rest and stuff, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we can train you up.
Okay, cool. You can see over their shoulder that Gail's face is just getting slightly red. That they're being completely ignored right now.
I'm gonna go up and do the proper thing and be like, Your Majesty.
They just sigh and lean back and look down at their watch very pointedly and cross their hands. Are preparations underway? Where have you been all morning? I wanted to go over the full report this morning. Had to deal with one of your lackeys instead. Hopefully they don't bundle it up too much. This is a very big week for the nation.
I was preparing in my office, but I'm here now.
Okay. Well, I hope you're aware. My queen has invited your former wife to accompany us on this trip. I assume this won't be an issue, and that you will hold.
No issue.
Great to hear that. Queen gets what she wants, and she wants her sister at all these banquets and balls that we have to attend with her alongside her. I believe even help her find a new match during one of these events. So I expect all the decorum as you do your job and protect me on this trip.
Will do, Your Majesty.
Very well. I believe the rest of my children are around here somewhere, and who knows when the queen and her sister will be down from their tea. But let's head out and get everything together as they stand up and just kind of start walking, expecting you to just fall in line behind them. As they head out to the courtyard, you see literally anyone who comes across you immediately deep bow or curtsy. As they lead you out to the front carriages, they start just barking orders, pointing you to go here and there to do stuff as they get set up. And as you see, very impatiently, Monarch just goes to their carriage and gets inside and waits for everyone to be ready to head off. Is there anything else that Pyro would like to do here before we get ready to head out?
I don't think so. I'm assuming at this point he probably has all the stuff that he needs.
All right, perfect.
Yeah.
You see everyone start to enter all the carriages, all the children drop, Prince Henry and Charlotte, Duchess and Duke, Victoria and Dratz as well. All have their carriages, and then the final carriage, accompanying you in the Knight Commander carriage is going to be your ex and child as you go to enter your carriage and see the two of them sitting across from you. Pyro.
What is her formal title? Sorry. Lady.
She's just a lady, yeah.
Lady Eden.
This is gonna be a long trip. Your daughter is accompanying us to this event. I think we both know the type of people that are going to be vying for the emperor's seat. Please keep a watch on your daughter. I know you'll be busy with the monarch, but I think she's a little more important between the two of us. Good to hear. And she just crosses her legs and looks out the window and is dead silent the rest of the trip. And with that, we will cut over to the newest nation in Cado, across the ocean in between like the landmass of the empire, as we cut to the nation of Avon, a very business oriented, fast up and coming country, have some of the best markets outside the free marches across from the empire. And as we cut not to the castle, and actually nowhere near the castle, we cut down to like a shady part of the capital, in a very worn down building. Looks like it's been out of use for a while. But as we zoom inside of it, we see what looks like a group of knights, at least in training, as they are more decked out in dark colors, no symbols, and seem to be training with the mannequins very aggressively as they slash and attack these dummies that are set up across the wall. And as we cut up to the second floor in this little like broken down office, we see two characters. So we'll go with Casper first. Why don't you describe what Nom looks like for us?
Nom is a mannequin. They have no face, so they borrow others. Um, they or make their own. They are wearing the black leather armor, and the hooded cloak and red scarf around the neck to make it look like just a headless body um of their unit. They also don gloves to and uh kind of keep keep to themselves and keep quiet so people don't realize that it is a walking mannequin with a face
Love that.
thing.
Not gonna have nightmares at all about this character. And sitting across from you behind a, I guess you could call it a desk. Amber, why don't you describe your character?
Yes, absolutely. Droxy is a fawn ranger. So taking on very like fawn inspired colors. Their skin is like a like the color of an acorn, just kind of um lightly brown, um long brown like chestnut colored hair, so that like when the sun hits it, like little hints of red and blonde pop out. But other than that, like no. They usually wear their hair and like away from their face, just it makes it easier for, business and the hunt and whatnot. In like a braid down their back. And two like curled horns kind of come up and out like this, pointing with the tips of the horns pointing backwards. They're like a they're a dark, um like a rich, like mahogany color, um just still very dark colored. They are wearing very sorry, I'm listening to the new Taylor Swift album also. Um and
God.
just because I'm like, is it give everything a try once. This is bad. This is a bad record. I'm sorry. But yeah, so they're in very considering that Droxy was once considered a princess, you would not consider their attire to be very royal. Instead, you would find them wearing very close fitting attire that makes it easier for them to stalk through and make their way through tight spaces if necessary. Dark like a dark navy vest with like long with a over jacket, a black over jacket, long sleeves that kind of billow out a little bit at the ends, and then some tight leather leggings, and then they Droxy does not wear shoes. In place of their shoes, of course, are are hooves, because fawn. They have fawn legs. So, but they're sat behind this desk, very quickly, working out some sort of message of departure, or manifesto, whatever suits your style.
Love that. But yeah, it's just the two of you right now. Your group's downstairs training, kind of just awaiting any orders that you two may have for them. You know that your sister will be heading to the capital today, and you guys are expected to meet them at the castle beforehand to accompany them as part of the Queen's Guard.
Nom, what do you think I should do? I'm sort of at a loss as to what really my options are. What with everything going on.
We are to go to Capital. We go?
Do we really have to go? I mean, and be among all of those people?
People is many. We limit number.
I suppose you're right. Okay. I'm just, I
See,
don't know.
mother.
See, mother. Yeah. I'm sorry. I suppose I'm just nervous making, my first public appearance after defecting. So,
Enemies die.
enemy, yes. Well, all right. Um, I look to the people waiting in attendance, given the very terse but direct guidance of Nam.
Yeah, you as you stand to like start to head out of the office to address them, you hear a slight buzzing coming from the corner where you have like a slight. Yes, I know this is a medieval world. There's steampunk planes. We have communications. There's like a little hologram communicator in the corner that starts to ring.
Yes?
Um, it comes up with your mother, Queen Lavari. Think
Mommy?
Cersei Lannister if she was a fawn. That's what we're going for here. Very hot, regal, blonde lady with a very prim and proper attitude. Um, daughter, are you and you see the hologram moves and looks at the dead expression on Nom's face. Your companion gonna be heading over here soon. We have some stuff to go over. That we have a little more detail than planned for this trip. So as soon as you're able to head over, I would appreciate it. No need to bring too many of your crew, maybe one or two in addition to your companion here, but you will just be an auxiliary for my guard with your sister.
Yes, we were just about to leave, Mother. We definitely had plans to be there as soon as the paths allow.
Well, make sure they allow soon. We have to depart in 3 hours. It's a long trip. I will not be accompanying you, so I want you to make sure you remember the training I tried to drill into your head and accompany your sister and advise her to the best of your knowledge.
Mother, believe me, you have done a very adept job at impressing your will on me.
You see the hologram kind of look around the area behind you. Yeah, I see that I have. Not quite what I envisioned for you, but I think it suits you. Just be here soon. And it just cuts out.
As soon as that cuts out, Clank, like, who has been still the entire time, turns to Droxy. Enemies die.
Enemy die is correct. More like mother bitch.
Mother, nice. And in this case, Nam is referring to
Yeah.
my mother.
Yeah. All right. Well, shall we head out?
Yep. As you head out and you guys ready to head out to your trip, two of your top group in the kill squad, a pair of plaints known as Gear and Gidget. They are twin plaints. They are about 2 feet tall each, and they have each have like one unicycle style wheel. And then they're just like all gear work. Like there's not really a body or chassis of the thing. It's just like a bunch of gears that have been formed in the shape of a body that they're somehow wearing armor over, with two little red dots where their faceplate is, with no like mouthpiece at all. Just two red dots. We accompany.
Roger, Roger.
Sure, absolutely. We would love to have you.
Awesome. We will prepare and give instructions. And you see one of them just zooms off and starts beeping loudly. The other one, Gidget does not talk. They beep as in like R2D2 style. And they start beeping at everyone. Everyone starts running around, like completely understanding this little guy. And then they quickly join the two of you as you make the very long journey up to the castle. Very much like Gothic looking castle for Yvonne. Gothic architecture, very dark colors, kind of on the cliff where the ocean meets the land, as most of your guys' economy is based on the dots and the markets and stuff. And you use your knowledge of the backways to not be seen as you guys enter into the capital and make your way through the castle into the first time you've been in the throne room in quite a while. As you enter, you see your mom, the queen, as well as in the throne next to her, your sister, Princess Arana. Your dad passed away a while back, and Arana is unmarried, so it's just the two of them there with their guard lined up on the sides.
I pointedly don't curtsy.
She just shakes her head slowly. Like waves off the guards. You guys can wait outside. Some business to discuss with my daughter. And they head out.
Yes, mother, sister.
Oh, sister, I almost didn't notice you there. You know, if you're slinking about like you normally do. And your toy, was it?
Please don't insult my friends. You've done enough insulting of my person.
Friend is what you're okay. I can do that. Friend, got it. Um, she just kind of leans back. Your mom kind of stands up, just like slowly wafts around you, kind of giving you the up and down, looking at your attire. This won't do. After our meeting here, the head of my guard will get you guys decked out in house colors befitting the Queen's Guard. We can't have you in your, what are you calling it, your kill squad attire. You do the work I need you to do, but no one else needs to know about that. Today you are, in appearance only, for this, my Knight Commander. The real Knight Commander will be accompanying you through the whole time and actually giving out instructions, but we gotta keep up appearances, dearest.
I understand.
Good. I've taught to one of our allies over with House Torment. You are, with it being such a long journey and having to head over our shared bridge, going to be meeting their envoy and accompanying them to the capital. I expect you to be on your best behavior. I believe their air regent is going to be leading their group. What was her name? Adira is going to be leading their contingent. She's a little naive and young, but I guess when your heir's a 4-year-old, you make do. Just make sure to keep up pleasantries. This is a good alliance for us to work our way into the Empire.
If there's anything you've taught me, it's how to keep appearances and how to charm others if necessary.
Well, just
I
make sure
understand. Go ahead.
Rana will be trying to play favor to the air regent. So just make sure that she has the knowledge she needs to solidify this alliance.
Listen, I may not want to be a part of this. I may not want to be a part of this power struggle that you're going through, but I would rather die than see my sister harmed. Even though we exchanged barbs earlier.
Give me an instinct roll as you say that.
Let me.
So you get, for those of you who don't know the system, in this game you roll 2d12. You designate one of the d12 as your hope die, one is your fear die. You take the total result, add any modifiers, and then tell me which die is higher, and it gives you different results based on those rolls.
Ambi's gonna need a little help with this. Okay, hold on. You said instinct?
Yep, so you add your instinct score and roll 2d12. And just make
Okay.
sure you know which one's which.
You said hope.
Hope and fear. So you
Okay.
one d12. You'll need to designate which d12's which when you roll them.
Okay. So my hope, and then I add the modifier to both.
Yeah, you add both dice together and the modifier. Tell me your result and which dice was higher.
Okay. So my hope dice was higher.
Okay, that's great.
My total was a 14.
14. And is that with your modifier too?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, you just get a slight glimpse from behind your mom as you look over and see your face, this face of your sister appear to soften for a second as you say that, but immediately goes back into like that sneer expression that she wears and just kind of turns her head away from you. Well, see to it that you do. Your sister is our queen to be now. And she is also, she looks back and actually sneers at your sister, unattached at the moment. So this could be very advantageous for us to have her head to the capital and maybe come back with betrothed as well. Your brother is got off and who knows where chasing down their bride. And your other sister is still very young. So we need to start making ties.
Yes, understood. She's doing a wonderful job taking the role that you were training me for.
That she is.
It befits her.
Well, this will be her first real test. So the two of you, she looks back at your sister, back at you. Do not mess this up. And she just kind of turns her like cloak on her back, just kind of smacks across your face as she turns abruptly, and then just heads off into her chambers behind the throne room. As soon as she leaves, the princess stands up. I have stuff to do to prepare. Just have my carriage ready soon. I think Mother wants you to head to the Queen's Guard and get ready. So we'll meet you out front, sister.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. She heads off. Is there anything you would like to do besides before you head out?
Yeah, I want to flip them both off now that they're gone.
Yeah, it's just you and Nam here now in the room as the throne room doors close behind your sister. It's just the two of you.
Yeah,
left.
and I want to piss and shit No, I'm joking. No.
Okay. Well.
See, mother?
This mother mean.
My mother.
Nice.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, we lost Javante. 1 second here. Probably got bumped off. Let's take a quick 5 just to get tech issues fixed, and then we'll jump right back on once he's back. So we'll be right back, guys. Okay, technical issues aside, we are back. So we are going to cut away from Yvonne as the two of you head off. Get your new fancy green and gold colored armor to match your house name. And we're gonna follow you, the two of you, as you cross over the bridge with your sister and the guard, and pull up to a very animated castle. Um, Very luxurious, grand, almost like glass-like in appearance. And if you kind of look at it for long enough, you might see a door move or a window blink or just shutters just kind of dance in the wind. And as you guys approach, and we cut into the throne room where awaiting the arrival of the Avan group, Abigail, why don't you go ahead and describe sitting in the throne next to the queen, Adira?
Yes, Adira is a young Damon, so she's got light purple skin with like these white starry freckles and these black pupilless eyes that kind of like reflect the night sky, and this dark blue hair that is adorned with just a little circlet, and then she's got these black horns that just kind of stick up, and she's in a fairly ornate gown because of the ceremony of uh meeting another kingdom, and she's trying her best to hold still, with her hands clasped very tight there at the throne, and try not to get distracted by all the moving things within the castle.
Yeah. So for context, when Adira's powers awakened, it didn't just awaken Nam, but it awakened the whole castle of this nation. So the castle itself is literally alive. Think Beauty and the Beast style, but Beauty and the Beast if it was made by Tim Burton is pretty much the vibe of this castle.
Home.
But as you are sitting there, your throne moving slightly here and there, but kind of just trying to make you comfortable. As your stepmother enters the throne and takes a seat next to you in her slightly larger throne with the young Prince Oliver in her arms. Dear, I believe the delegation will be here soon. Is everything in order for their arrival?
Yes, I believe everything is ready, and then we will go.
It'll be fine. No need to be nervous. For description, Queen Priska is a very tall, muscular orc woman with a very fine dress, breastplate armor, and a long fur cloak with a skull with a crown made of bones. Just the ultimate muscle mommy queen here.
Queen
And
Mother.
little Oliver is just like light green skin, tusks haven't fully grown in yet. You see one little peeking out between his lips. Very long black braided hair and just covered in dirt. Like you try, but with the castle, kind of playing with him at all times, it's really hard to keep the prince clean and orderly. This will be your first big event and your new role. I know you are going to do fine, dear. There's no need to worry. And just think of it this way. It'll be practice for when you take over your Duchess roles once this one here is old enough.
Yes, I look forward to it. I'm very excited for the diplomatic relations.
I'm sure it'll be great. And who knows, maybe you'll find a handsome duke or duchess or prince or princess at all the events that'll be going on.
Yeah, yeah, maybe.
Yeah. So I know we don't have too much to go off of Avon. They've only been in our empire for a decade or so now. But they have good business ties. It could be good for us. They seem to be flush with money for a new country. This could be a good alliance. The princess will be leading their delegation with the Baroness. I believe your friend Nam will be accompanying them as well. It should be fine. You will do great, and I believe in you. I'm gonna head off to my rooms to get this little guy cleaned up before they arrive. If you want to head out front and await them, I will see you soon.
All right.
She just reaches over and a big hand just kind of ruffles the back of your dress a little bit, not to mess up your hair or anything before arrivals, and then just heads off.
I will stand up, kind of smooth out my gown, and walk to the door. And I'm gonna say just to the castle, I'm just gonna be like, don't embarrass me. Please. Please don't embarrass me.
You think you
begging.
see part of the floor like kind of blush? It just kind of darkens in color a little bit. And as you exit the throne room, you see Lord Nebula, very older elf gentleman with cropped white hair, very stern expression. Your Highness.
Lord. My lord. What are you coming with?
Yes, I will be accompanying you.
Good.
We need to make sure there's no incidents at the Capital. So, of course, I will be there with you to make sure that does not happen.
Good.
I
Thank you.
believe Lady Aline will be with us as well. I believe she's prepping our carriages as we wait for the other delegation to arrive. But if you want, we can head to out front and wait for the delegation. I believe they should be here soon.
Yes, I heard Nam will be with them, and they're
Yes, Nam, you're first of many as he looks around the castle.
yeah. Hopefully, this doesn't happen at the
Yes,
Empire's
please.
castle.
Please not. But let's make haste. And as the two of you talking and heading out, kind of going over some stuff about your studies. You wait maybe like half an hour outside, just kind of chatting and stuff as you see the delegation in the distance start to pull forward. And the first carriage opens up as the guards open up the carriage, and the princess exits and greets you as you see Princess Irana approach, curtsy. You being the air regent, you are the equivalent of a princess right now, so you guys are equal ranks. Your Highness, so nice to finally make your acquaintance, Princess Irana.
It is very, very nice to meet you, Adira. You could just call me Adira.
So informal already. I will like you. I hear many things about your castle, and I've met Nam. I'm excited to talk to the queen and be on our way, I believe. Where can we head to get set up before our departure?
Oh, yes, right this way is I will lead you to the throne room, and the queen will greet you there.
My lady, why don't as Lord Nebula says it, why don't I escort the princess and get her and her delegation set up, and you can touch base with the others? And he kind of gives you like a knowing look.
Yes, that's a wonderful idea. Thank you.
Okay. He heads off with the princess and her personal guard, and as the last carriage opens up, out exits Nam, and then Trotzi. As the rest of the guard is headed inside, and it's just the three of you and some of the contingent for Adira's personal guard as well, who I would think are in the know here.
Yeah, I think so. I think as she waits, she keeps herself very composed as she starts to walk towards them. And then she looks back as the door closes and she turns back around and just breaks into a sprint to the two of them. With like her gown is she's lifting up her gown towards her knees so that she doesn't trip, and she's running to them.
Droxy tries not to run because your gown is very expensive and we do not want to fuck that up. But they hold their arms wide open. I didn't mention their height. They're probably about like 6 feet tall. Most of that is leg. But yeah, so they are like squatting just a little bit to like receive you and like pick you up and for like a spin when you were in their arms.
Oh no!
There he goes again.
It's okay. Just pop in
Uh,
a Zoom window.
Nom stands waiting to be acknowledged after they do the hug and whatever. Their arms are still up, and he just waits.
Adira runs right into Droxy's arms and holds them for as long as she can allow, and then she sees Nom
Yeah.
and will go and give Nom a big hug.
Mother.
It's so good to see you both. I didn't know you two were going to be part of this.
It is just a delight to see your face. I'm just so overjoyed to see somebody else here that isn't a total piece of shit. So thank you for being a light.
It's been that bad.
We just had some dealings with my mother and sister. It's fine.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. You're being reunited with you and Nam is just making it all better.
Oh, wow. I'm not going to be alone. I definitely feel much more like this is a trip that can be handled now.
Absolutely. I'm just in awe that we can see your face.
New face.
Oh my gosh, you're right. And Adira just kind of like holds Nom's face lovingly as she inspects it. It looks amazing.
I made.
You made it? Wow. You are so wonderful. I'm so excited.
Mother, nice.
Mother nice. Nom nice. Nom good.
And he stands a little straighter.
Most adorable murder robot ever.
I love my child.
Poor Javante, no. I will just connect through my phones. I think they have to pop off here for a second, but continue as you guys are just kind of chatting, waiting for Lord Nebula to come back.
It's also extremely heartwarming to see mother and child reunited.
Words cannot express how happy I am right now. Droxy, do you have your wedding band?
My wedding band. Shit. Ah,
It's okay if not.
I'm so sorry.
No,
I
it's all right.
with seeing my mother, and if I came in the room with any indicate, God, she would have a conniption.
No, don't
Um,
worry. And Adira will unlatch a necklace chain where the pendant part of it has been hidden under her gown. And attached to it is her wedding band. And she puts it around Droxy. I'm not very good with my magic, but this can and hopefully will protect you a little bit should the need arise, though God forbid it does.
Droxy picks it up and like toys with it with her fingers, and they just are speechless with the exception of a slight thank you. I love you.
Love you.
And then they'll place like a tender kiss like on your forehead.
Oh.
Not wanting to get like too overly touchy in case anyone walks in.
As soon as they start getting intimate, like getting really close and whatever, Nom goes into sentry mode and is like, all right, Rick is watching.
Love that. Yeah, after the sweet tender moment and the kiss on the head, and you guys try to straighten yourself up, you do see the door start to open, and Lord Nebula, like for his age, kind of very comically just peeks his head out and looks. He's like sees you two kind of settle in and then opens the door. The queen is ready now to greet the rest of you. Princess is already in there discussing stuff, but if you three want to head in,
Yes, thank you.
of course. I will be out here getting everything ready with Lady Elaine. She should be, believe, have everything in order, but who knows with her. But yeah, the three of you head in to the throne room.
Before we head into the throne room,
Mm-hmm.
Nom is gonna like lift up a piece of like the leather armor and like have a compartment where he took Droxy's wedding ring and kind of just stuffed it in there.
Oh,
He looks at
I
it
love that.
and then puts it back and like just resituates and then follows.
I love that so much. Nam, as you enter the castle behind the Air Regent and the Baroness, you feel something connect to you mentally. And it's not like a communication, like with words, but you just feel like a welcome and presence welcoming you home from the castle itself.
Home.
You just feel like the castle itself is giving you a very warm hug.
And like nothing physically changes when Nom feels this, but like if he could, he'd do like a little happy dance.
Oh, love that. But yeah, it's the three of you enter the throne room. You see the queen at her throne. Um, the princess is currently in Adira's throne. The two of them are just kind of talking, leaned in, waiting for the two of you. And you see Prince Oliver and his miniature throne to the side, kind of like a high seat strapped into it so he doesn't cause issues. Um, just like chewing on like a bunch of just like random food and snacks that the queen has put in front of him to occupy his time. Oh, dearest, I was just talking to the princess here about everything, and it seems like stuff is in order for the trip. Um, Baroness Strozzi, nice to see you again. It's been too long. And Nam, welcome home. How have you been, young one?
Nice.
Nam is nice. And you like as Nam's acknowledged, you see Prince Oliver's eyes light up. He's like, Nam, no. Ah,
Baby.
yes, the prince misses you. Actually, that might be useful. Nam, would you mind entertaining the young one for a little bit?
Gentle baby.
She just kind of reaches over and hits the button where the strap is, and it just immediately the kid just launches out towards you.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold my hands out, like grab the kid as he jumps me,
Mm-hmm.
and like hold him at arm length and just do up, down, up, goo, goo,
He
ga,
loves it.
ga.
The monotone does not bother him whatsoever. It's adorable. But as the other two of you approach the throne, so was the travel long for you, Trotzy?
No, it was adequate is the word that is coming to mind. I don't believe it is the correct word though.
Well, I'm glad to see you here safe. It has been quite a while since you've graced our lands.
Yes.
I not think not since you abdicated your throne to your lovely sister here.
Yes, it's we had to take some time to get familial things settled with that change in the order. So I hope you understand. I do
No, we
apologize,
totally
and especially to my dear Adira that I was gone for.
Yeah, we totally.
My dear friend Adira.
Yes, your dear friend. We've been adjusting here too. You know, my late husband. And our responsibilities here with Adira stepping up to help me out in a lot of things. I'm excited
She's doing a
to
wonderful
see my young daughter and the princess here, new in their roles, stepping out onto the stage, and I'm sure having you as an advisor will be a great boon to the both of them.
We shall see.
We shall see. I wish I could come, but taking this young one and running the nation needs someone here to do so. But I believe that the three of you will make a very big impact on the scene and on the town itself.
Adira, what to say you?
I say that we are more than ready.
Here.
Goo goo. Ga ga.
The commitment to keeping that happening is so good. I've been watching you this whole time.
Give me a you know what, actually I'm gonna make an attack roll. What is Nom's evasion? Never mind. Never mind, I was a nat 20. This kid grabs at like your face to play with you and your faceplate pops off and he runs out the hall with your faceplate. Whee!
I need new face.
Oh no.
Oh Christ.
I gotta go find Oliver.
And as we see this scene of the three of you chasing after Oliver to get Nom's face back and then head out to the Capitol, that is where we're going to take our 15-minute break before everyone converges on the Capital of Som. We'll be back all in a little bit. See you then. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Empire of Cado. We met all of our players, got some tender moments, some children here and there, and just some very ruthless rulers interactions. But with that, our various heroes here travel across the nations from their capitals to the nation of Som, where the current empire sits, in the capital of Eepston. Very mountainous city, as the Dracona and Giants kind of make up most of the population here. Everything's kind of built into mountains, and the capital itself is built on their highest peak. So there will be some altitude adjustments for everyone not from Som as you guys enter the city, making a very long trek up to like this marvelous city, kind of like surrounded by cloud. The city's so high up, as the clouds themselves are kind of crest over some of the buildings. And you see very large like parade kind of set up with the citizens of Som itself, kind of like lining the streets where the carriages are making their way in. And as you guys all arrive and are led into the castle, into where the banquet hall is, and seated at your various tables with the nobles up at the very top, you guys obviously see and recognize each other as you guys are being sat. And besides the seat in the middle for the emperor and his husband, you guys are free to sit anywhere up front you would like. But you see the common folk that are allowed in, the rest of the peerage and baronies and duchesses, etc., all lining the seats around the like grand dance floor as like everything's being set up. The emperor has not arrived yet, but you kind of just see everyone kind of milling about.
Who wants to go first?
All five of us are here?
Yeah, you're all five. You're all five part of the representatives from your nation, so you're all at the top table or like the top area.
Surreptitiously reach into probably my travel bag and just pull out a large fruit and just break the silence a little.
Yeah, you see your king is literally done the same thing up at like he's sitting at he grabbed the seat closest to the emperor as he could. He's like on the opposite side from where the emperor's husband will be sitting.
Look around, see if I recognize anyone.
Yeah, you recognize I'm trying to remember who your connections are to, but you recognize Pyro. And I believe I want to say Nam was connected to you, right? Mm-hmm. You see the two of them company. You see Nam accompanying, staying very close to both Dratzi and Adira, but you see Pyro kind of mark orders at their men and then join Monarch Gale and Queen Elizabeth up front.
Just give a little partial salute to the group as they come in. A little surreptitious nod to Dratzi.
Monarch Gale turns to you, Pyro. Me and the Queen will be sitting up near the Emperor. Grab a seat wherever you would like. If I have need of you, I'll let you know. And he just kind of brushes you off and goes to sit down with his queen. You see your daughter and Lady Eden in the crowd of peerage down below. You see Ruby just kind of waves to you exuberantly from her seat in the back.
Oh, do I want to sit by my daughter and deal with my wife or not? Ex-wife? Oh.
As the Knight Commander, you would be expected to sit up near the top. You see the other Knight Commanders from the other nations are also are like kind of taking spots up near where the rulers are as well.
Okay, I'll sit up with the up there then.
Yeah, you turn after seeing your daughter and ex-wife. You kind of see the wave from the Z, and you see the other three kind of all kind of talking, grouped up, kind of just working where to sit. But yeah, as you approach, you can interact with whoever you would like.
Nam is gonna turn to Adira. Mother,
Yes,
baby, not gentle.
baby, not gentle. Yes. Oh, Nam, your faceplate is it's upside down.
Baby. Mm.
Good news is, not gentle, baby Oliver is not here.
I love the commitment here.
It's so good.
It's
so
so
good.
fucking good.
It's so good. A+ commitment to the bit.
Hey.
There it
Yay.
is. What the other people nearby just see this clank just literally pop its face off, rotate it, and pop it back on.
Better.
Perfect.
You look great.
If I could see that entire display, he's just gonna start belly laughing.
Yeah, you 100% see it. Like it wasn't hidden. It was pretty openly. Some of the other royals around you from the other nations have taken a wide berth and sat across the other end of the table, kind of just by that, leaving this 5 seats at the end for the 5 of you empty, because everyone else moved away from that display.
So funny.
Well, Nom, I think you are a welcome addition to any table.
Thank you.
Anyone who disagrees. And then I
Enemies.
remember I'm representing my country and I'm like,
Enemies.
anyone who disagrees
Hey.
needs to take a minute to get to know you.
Shall
Oh.
we sit? It looks like there's well, it looks like our seats are kind of picked out for us.
Yeah.
Pyro's gonna walk over and he's gonna like pull out the chairs for y'all, and then when you have a seat, he's gonna push them in and then have his own seat.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Nam is gonna
It's been a
try and
while.
mimic that for the gorilla.
For the sea.
He will oblige. He will stand, let you pull the chair out, and sit as soon as he pulls it back. Thank you. It's been a
It
long
definitely
time.
takes Nam a good second to push the chair back in with the gorilla seated in it, but you do it. You do get it there eventually.
Just pictured like a good minute long of sound of the chair creaking on the floor.
Yep. It's been a long time
Absolutely.
now.
Yes,
How have you been?
I had to fix my face.
I am assuming that someone messed it up.
Baby.
Hmm. I could see the irritation in that.
Not gentle.
Well, wouldn't want anyone to ruin this. Be like the gentlest tap on the forehead.
Thank you.
And for the rest of you, how was your journey here?
Awkward.
Uneventful.
A pleasant surprise.
I could say that mine was any better. Family can be a interesting beast to tame.
unfortunately, I can relate. I'm so sorry to hear of your familial issues.
They come and go. Pyro, you seem to have weathered a bit of a storm. How are you?
Hmm, keep on going. You know, I don't know, the journey. Many hours with my ex-wife.
Oh,
I think Adira was like taking a drink and like kind of like chokes on it a little at that, just like my condolences.
Ooh. Suppose that is clan differences. Normally speaking, for our kind, if one is to have a falling out with a lover, they're far more violent. That'd be the right term.
Enemies die.
Yes.
I think that would be a little frowned upon in a video.
It is an easy solution, not a proper one. Still, my condolences to you. Sometimes sharp words are cut a lot deeper than sharper blades.
well, unfortunately, you can't heal sharp words with a few quick stitches and some antibiotics. It takes time and it takes a lot of gritted teeth.
Still, we are all around good company now. Just try to make the most of this annoying bit of general business, and then perhaps we find more comfortable environs to, what is it you say? Relate to one's sorrows with drink?
I do not drink.
Then to enjoy one's conversational ability.
I can do that.
And as you guys are kind of talking and catching up and stuff, the doors finally open, and the head of the Emperor's Guard enters the room. Everyone rise for your Imperial Highness. And you see the royal like announcer person like get the like big like bugle light speaker announcing your Imperial Highness Emperor of Cado, King of Som, second of his name, Emperor Erden, and the Emperor's consort King Terrell. As you see this very sickly looking dragonborn enter the room, very fine robes, little on the heavy set side, luscious red scales, but you can see like patches where like this coloring has very much faded into like a pinkish red, but very still has that regal air about him as he enters the room, accompanied by a more slender, older looking red dragonborn with very distinct horns, kind of slightly holding their arm, but you can see that the emperor is leaning heavily on their spouse as the two of them enter, just kind of wave and stuff as they make their way up towards the table with you. They both give you the table of you the head nod. You see behind your guys' table that you're seated at are the prince and his bride, as well as the second son, Duke Terrell, are seated at their own little table behind the main noble table that you guys are sat at. And as the emperor takes his seat, he waves his hand, and everyone is free to take their spots. And you see him kind of grab his wine goblet, take a few sips, and sit up. Welcome, friends. It's been quite a while since we've all come together as an empire. Gonna cut to the chase. I think we all know why we're here. I have not been in best spirits for quite a while. So I figured, why not just make this a selection of who will replace me and which of your nations will take center stage, but why not make it a celebration of the long run I've had as emperor for all of you people. So with a heavy heart, I'm going to have to step down, but I hope that you all enjoy the hospitalities of Som. There'll be many more of these banquets throughout the week. The most extravagant balls. I believe even Vidya and Monarch Gale has arranged some gladiator fights for all of us to watch. Maybe some joust as well. It'll be a grand merry event. So with that, welcome to the opening banquet. Everyone have your fill, dance, make merry, and let's celebrate our great nation. And there's just like thunderous applause as he kind of just see him like staggered or breathe a little bit after that long speech, and just sways his hand, and then the staff start to bring food to all the tables. Like it's literally spread of food from every nation, so there is very familiar food for all of you, as well as foods from Som itself that you guys can kind of partake in and have a jolly old time. As soon as like everything starts to get to that point where like people are eating, they're moving from tables, like they even approach the high tables. They obviously can't approach the emperor himself without like getting into the guard, but some people come up to you and talk as well. A very excitable voice yells and runs towards the table as you see a little girl run up and like dive under the table in front of Pyro. But yeah, you guys are free to dance, eat, interact with anyone you want to interact with. As
I protect my face.
you protect your face as you see a kid run. That's fair.
Have you guys met my daughter Ruby?
I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
She like scrambles out of your lap and like curtsies very awkwardly. Greetings, Your Highness Adira, and my lady Baroness Trotzy. It's very nice to meet you. Oh, and Lord Mazee. She like looks up to you as you're even as you're sitting down. She still has to look up to you.
The esteemed Ruby, your father has told me much of you.
Yeah. They said that you're a good fighter, or and that you guys spar a lot.
One might say that the only one that can compare to my skills is your father.
She like looks around to make sure no one else is looking. My dad would beat you up.
Perhaps we
Harold,
can test that. Perhaps we can
Harold
test
like
that
chokes
theory.
on like the wine that he was drinking.
Perhaps we'll test that theory during one of these gladiatorial combats. And you see him very casually like flex his fingers, and there's this loud popping of the gauntlet. Just
That would be great.
It would be an honor.
Dad usually fights with Excellency Drop a lot in the arena, so it would be a fun to see you two fight.
I look forward to it. No, I doubt that this one would do anything to the faceplate.
They turn
No,
to Nam
no,
as you say that. and be like,
I've taught Ruby some manners.
Hi, I'm Ruby. Nice. You said their name was Nam?
Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Nam.
Hi, Nam. And she curtsies there. I'm Lady Ruby Geneva. It's nice to meet you.
When you say lady, Nam will relent and put his hands down. And like look down at you or look down at her.
Mm-hmm.
And like seem to study her for a second. You have nice face.
Thank you. Mom let me put makeup on for this event for the first time.
I made my face.
You made your face?
Yes.
How do you make a face?
Easy. Pops it off and
She screams. like screams, ducks under the table, and a few seconds later you see her pop out the other side and just runs across the hall.
We'll put my face back since she didn't take it. No, nice. Yes.
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 Child. Not like nice.
It's more complex.
Typically,
Um,
things do not pull their face off.
You are new to Ruby, and new startles children.
New startles people.
New startles people.
But
New
I'm
startles.
sure with time and with getting to know you, Lady Ruby will love you as much as we love you.
Droxy,
Yes.
what is gestures to the charm? What was it, the rune brand?
What do you mean?
The wedding band.
Looks little head tilt, looks over to Adira.
It's like having the rune caught is kind of like when someone like, I'm sorry for taking it here, but this is kind of where my brain has been. When someone catches you wearing like your day collar out and they're like, ah, yeah, I see you. Yeah, Droxy's just like Droxy's like, oh, what do you mean? No.
Got it.
Uh,
Confirmed. Adira's the dom in the relationship.
Canon. No takebacks. It's canon.
no takebacks.
So we have decided to go down the path of potential betrothal.
Wait, are we
We're all right.
out to
I mean,
Pyro?
that's up to you. You guys can be as open with these three as you would like to be, or these two, I should say.
I think we had established that they know because we were bad at hiding it around
Y'all
them.
are-
Listen, it's been so long and I've been deep in the depression hole that I don't remember shit.
You were
That's
only
fair.
good at hiding it to everyone but the people you hang out the most with
Yeah.
when you're all together.
And we'd be like, oh yeah, we're just gonna go hang out
Over
in the
there,
woods over there.
alone. We'll see
be
you
gone
in a few
like
hours.
2 hours.
We're like the club
Like 2
drunk
hours.
friends. We somehow know everything, but we won't tell anybody because we won't remember it the next day.
Nom, where did your moms go? I do not know.
What moms?
Who has moms?
Who's moms?
No one has moms.
Moms in this economy?
It's more
Never.
unlikely than you think.
But yeah, so realizing that they've been caught, Droxy pulls the rune out and she smiles warmly at the floor, and like if a fawn could flush, they would. Well, Adira, I mean, do you want to tell them or should I?
Nom is going into sentry mode.
No, you don't have to.
None, give me an instinct roll.
Oh, cool. That's +0.
Yep, so just roll 2d12 and let me know.
Those are 10s.
Yep, 2d12.
Good.
Decide which one's gonna be hope and which one's gonna be fear.
Okay, so my moon dice is gonna be hope, and my death dice is gonna be fear.
That
That'll do it.
tracks, yeah.
Canon.
Leave me alone. Okay. So I got a 12. I got a 12, and it my hope dice was the higher one.
Okay. Yeah, you look around. It seems like everyone's busy. Like everyone up front has like started to mingle in between the peerage around like in the lower areas. Some people even started dancing. Some people are just gorging themselves on all the food and drink. But it doesn't seem like anyone's really paying super close attention to the five of you as you guys continue your conversation.
I think why don't you tell them?
Okay. Yeah. Yes, we've yes, we've decided to go down the path of betrothal, as you put it. But we, of course, do have to keep it, unfortunately, secret. I'm sure you understand, circumstances being as they may. Adira's situation, my situation, it's not ideal for a wedding right now, but I look forward to the day that we can finally go in front of, the universe and everyone and make it real, make it permanent. Not that it isn't already real, sorry.
That is not the sweetest thing I have heard today. Know that if you need someone to be there for a ceremony to make sure that any wanton spirits decide to get involved, there is a figure here standing well over 7 foot that would be happy to escort them out gently.
Oh, you will all be the first on the invite list when we're able to have a public reception.
Yes.
Congrats, you
that
two.
to memory.
He will
Sorry,
once
Jet,
more.
what'd you say?
Congrats, you two.
Thank you, Pyro.
Thank you.
Thank you, Missy.
He will reach forward and pull up the fantasy equivalent of a red pepper and start to munch on that.
Love that for you.
The fantasy red pepper? Wouldn't that just be a red pepper?
It's just no, it's like fantasy Tinder.
Yeah.
Yeah, fantasy Tinder does
Oh,
exist in this
It
world.
does exist in this world.
There
It
is a special
canon.
one for this week because it is
Shit.
whenever
Pyro's on it for
bid
sure, just
yeah,
swiping.
whenever things like this happen where everyone's in one place, definitely it's active.
Pyro swiping through it is so
there's so
funny.
many there's so
Oh,
many
that's
there's
my
so many
ex-wife.
as you're swiping Pyro, there's so many accounts that are in travel mode right now.
This is akin to the Olympics happening in like a major city, so it's just a whole bunch of people all filing
Yep.
it. So absolutely that is happening.
Mm-hmm.
wait, hold on. Explain Tinder travel mode to me.
It's just I think I don't know if it's Tinder, it might be a different app, but there is like an app that has it's like you can put yourself on travel mode to where like when you're not where you're from. So when they know like when they see you pop up on their thing, they know you're not actually from this area, that you're just there temporarily.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I missed the time of dating apps, so.
Yeah, I've been re-exploring in the last 8 months. But anyway, um, anyway, yeah, you see people starting to dance and stuff and have fun. And as the ball kind of wraps up, and everyone takes their seats as the dessert encourses come out, and the Emperor speaks one last time. Thank you, friends, for joining me tonight. Chambers will be laid out in the castle for those of you from the delegations to stay and enjoy my hospitality. Those of you in the peerage, and he just kind of like gestures to those out in the crowd. All the finest accommodations across all of Som are ready for you as well, and we look forward to hosting you here for many more occasions. And he like stands up and he's like, "This will be the best week, and it'll cap off with us celebrating our new leader as I step down." And as the crowd starts to cheer, and he starts to take his seat, there's a loud cough and blood comes out of his mouth as you all see a dagger protrude from his chest, from his back, as someone stabs him through the back. And you see his son, Prince Erden III, with a glazed over look. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session. Thanks for joining us, everyone, for episode 1 of The Empire of Cado. Got to meet our characters, and we already have a very interesting plot twist for next time. But with that, we'll go around in reverse order.
What the fuck?
Wait.
Go around in
Wait, did
reverse order. Tell everyone where to find you on the internet if you have anything you want to plug. And we will start with Abigail.
Okay, everyone, I'm Abigail the Nerd, and you can find me on all those things. On Wednesdays, you can find me over at World Tree Quest, 4 p.m. PST, 6:30 PST. You can find me over on New Rollist right after that. I think that's all aside from here. The Emperor just got killed.
It's fine. Casper.
OCO, I am Casper the NB Ghost. You can find me everywhere at Casper Danby Ghost. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm on Tabletop Titties. Well, every other Tuesday and Thursday, I'm on Tabletop Titties, playing either D&D or Urban Shadows. And I think that's it for me right now. Every other Wednesday, I'm on Neon Lights Roleplay, playing Stardust Ghosts. And that's really it besides here.
Okay, perfect. Amber.
Hi, everybody. I'm Amber, also known as the Space Jamber. I am a 3-time Emmy-nominated TTRPG writer, editor, podcaster, and streamer. You can find me anywhere there's internet at the Space Jamber. You can find me tomorrow night at 8 o'clock Eastern over on Live from the Apocalypse, playing Thy Kingdom Come, which is our religious trauma-laden Urban Shadows game, where we're just sad about a lot of shit. And that's what you get when you have religious trauma, period. So, yeah, come hang out.
Trauma? What's that like?
I have no idea.
That's what you get.
I didn't grow up in really strict Baptist churches in South Carolina. No, sirree. No.
I didn't play a game where I explored hell for shits and giggles.
No.
Speaking of, Javante.
Hi everyone, I'm Javante. You can find me on Twitter mostly at Javante because I'm not ashamed of my name. Stuff that I do. I was gonna say what I do on Mondays, but I don't do that anymore.
I'll
Tuesdays,
cry. Shut
I
up.
know. I will also cry. On opposing Tuesdays, you can find me on this exact same channel where we're doing Fey Rangers, which is freaking awesome. I'm not sure if I'm still doing something on Wednesdays or not. So in any event, this Thursday, you can catch me on my twitch.tv/eclipse613, where I will be running a Changeling the Lost game called Nightmares and Fireflies. My party has no idea what they have in store for them. At Saturdays, you can find me over on Cybernation Uncensored, where we're doing Death in Space.
Nice.
And I have other projects coming up soon, TM. So just keep an eye on my Twitter for that.
Love it. And Jet.
Yo, what up? I'm Jet, also known as Pingu. I am Cause Pingu on all socials, more actively on TikTok, which I'm hella close to 13,000 followers. You can find me alternating Tuesday nights here playing Death Was Easy, Paige's Monster of the Week game. Now here on Sundays. I exist.
Love that for you. We're very glad you exist. And of course, I am Paige, aka Pluto Cleric, across everywhere. I'm a queer trans woman streamer and game master on a quest to run every game in the known universe. As mentioned, on rotating Tuesdays at 10 p.m. Eastern, I run either Power Rangers Fairy Arcana Force, where King Oberon leads our new Rangers in the battle against Queen Titania. And on alternating weeks, we're doing our Monster of the Week game, Death Was Easy, a Hades-inspired game, and our adventurers left off being put to sleep in the boss battle in Asphodel as they get to battle in their dreams with Hypno.
Oh, I forgot that part.
Yeah, it's going to be great. I got plans. It's going to be fun. And we are officially off. The safety wheels are off for this campaign. So deaths is very real possibility going forward. Besides that, on Thursday at, I want to say 9 p.m. Eastern, but check the socials. We will be having our first Daggerheart one-shot in this same world with a different group of people, with D&D Imposter, the attack on Morgan, Whitney from
girlfriend.
Smoking and Blue Guns. Need to check the social to make sure I got that right. As well as GM Justin. It's going to be a great group. So tune into socials to see all the details for that. All the Daggerheart one-shots will be taking place in Cado. So there will be plenty of Easter eggs from the campaign in the one-shots and vice versa. But with that, we will see you guys same time next week. Have a good night, everybody.